Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're playing Marvel Champions again. Today on deck we've got Captain Marvel versus Rhino. Rhino is loaded up with the Doomsday Chair modular, and we're using the Captain Marvel pre-built, pre-constructed deck from the core set. So we're ready to go here. We're all set up. So let's start with 1A of the main scheme here, the break-in. Rhino is attacking a shield facility. Now, it does state we are playing on standard difficulty. It recommends the bomb scare modular, but we're instead going to play with the Doomsday Chair. So we're going to flip over now to the main scheme here, the break-in. Rhino is trying to smash through the facility wall and steal a shipment of vibranium. You must stop him. If the stage is completed, the players lose the game. So 7 threat is the maximum we can get to. We got Carol Danvers ready to go here. And we're going to draw our opening hand here of 6. So we got Spider-Woman, Crisis Interdiction, the Power of Aggression, Energy Absorption. 5th, we got a Photonic Blast, and then Tigra. All right. Energy Absorption is a card from Captain Marvel's deck. Gives us 3 energy resources, which is super handy. And Carol Danvers has a commander ability inbuilt. The action, choose a player to draw 1 card, limit once per round. I choose me. So I'm going to draw another card. It's the Cosmic Flight upgrade card. And now we are ready to go. So first thing is I'm going to switch over to Captain Marvel. And let's see what we should do here. So we've got a Power of Aggression card, and Tigra is an aggression card. So Tigra is here. We're going to pay for her with the Power of Aggression, and we're going to use this Crisis Interdiction. This allows us to remove threat from a scheme. We have 0 threat on a scheme right now, so we might as well. So that puts Tigra into play. She's a good ally there. We've got another ally in hand, Spider-Woman. So why don't we put her in play too? She can join the fun. And we're going to pay for her with... I could just use this 1 card to pay for her. You know what? Let's hold off on that. Let's instead play a Photonic Blast, which allows us to deal 5 damage to an enemy. And if we paid for it using an energy resource card, we get to draw a card. So we're going to do that. We're going to use our energy absorption to do that attack. So that's going to do 5 damage. So it's going to take Rhino down to 9 hit points. And because we use an energy resource on that, we get to draw a card. So now we have another Power of Aggression card in hand. And that gets rid of that. And now I'm going to spend an energy resource and heal 1 damage from Captain Marvel and then draw a card. Well, she's at full health anyways. So, okay. So we're going to spend Spider-Woman and the Power of Aggression as 2 resources to put in a Cosmic Flight upgrade card. So this card allows us to, it gives us the aerial trait and allows us to, when Captain Marvel would take damage, we could discard this card to prevent 3 of that damage. So it gives us a little bit of a buffer there. So now Tigra is going to attack for 2. 1 and 2 takes him down to 7. She's going to take a damage in the process. And Captain Marvel is going to attack for 2. So bringing him down to 5 hit points. That's not too shabby. We've got the upgrade card in hand there. So now our hand is empty. So we're going to ready up and we're going to draw up to 5 cards. Ooh, another energy absorption. Attack team. Nick Fury. Chase them down. And Hulk. So, okay, another ally there. Hulk is a bit of a loose cannon, though, so some fun stuff happens when we start using him. Okay, villain phase. We're going to start by putting a threat on the main scheme. Rhino is going to attack. Captain Marvel is going to take it, and he is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage to Captain Marvel, taking her down to 8 health. So like that, 8 hit points. And now an encounter card is going to get revealed, and it is Treachery. When revealed, the villain schemes Okay, so Rhino has a base scheme of 1 plus 2. So he's going to do two threat on the main schemes. Now we're up to 3. 3 out of 7. So we got to keep that in mind. We do not want that threat to get too high. Okay, so what do we got here? So we've got Chase Them Down is a response thwart. After a hero attacks and defeats an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. So we could theoretically do that between stages of Rhino as he moves from 1 to 3. So we can keep that in mind. Let's spend 4 resources and this would be 4 resources. We could put Nick Fury into play. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, so we're actually gonna spend the chase. No, we're gonna spend the attack team card as the 4th resource on this, and we're gonna put Nick Fury into play. After he enters play, choose 1, remove 2 threat from scheme, draw 3 cards. 3 cards is what we're going to do. Draw 3 cards. There's the Photonic Blast, a Helicarrier, and a Haymaker. Okay, so we got 3 extra cards in hand. First thing Nick Fury is going to do is he's going to thwart for 2, and he's going to take a damage in the process. And that's going to remove 2 of the threat from the main scheme, gives us a little bit more breathing room there. Hulk is such a loose cannon as an ally, but yeah, it's kind of fun. Let's put him in play and see what happens here. So I have a maximum of 3 allies I can put into play at any one given time. So he's going to be the 3rd, and I'm going to use my Haymaker card and the Photonic Blast card to pay for him, and putting him into play. Okay, he does stuff when he attacks. So okay, timing wise, I'm just looking at that, but okay. Well, you know what? Let's do some attacks here. So Hulk does a base of 3 attack. So he's going to attack for 3. He's going to take 1 damage in the process and take Rhino down to 2 health. And when he attacks, force response, I have to discard the top card of your deck. And if the card's printed resource has which of the following, he does something different. So, okay, so let's reveal this, and it is a strength resource. So that means deal 2 damage to an enemy. Ooh, actually, that's fantastic. Okay, all right, so that does 2 damage to Rhino, finishes off his stage, and now we are going to discard stage 1 of Rhino, and stage 2 comes out. So Rhino starts with 15 health on stage 2, and it says search the encounter deck and discard for the Breaking and Taken side scheme and put that into play. So let's find that in the deck here. I don't recall seeing it in the discard, but maybe I'm blind. Breaking and Taken. There it is. Okay. So now we shuffle this up. So this actually worked out quite well. I was starting to get a little concerned that if we advance to the next stage, that he was then going to have this break-in and take inside scheme, and I wouldn't have enough thwart to deal with it this round yet. But because of that lucky card draw of Hulk's force response, that extra 2 damage ends up really, really helping us. So okay, so now that that's all shuffled, Breaking and Taken's in play here. It's got 3 threat on it, 2 plus the 1 per player, so that's 3 threat. We've got 2 cards in hand still, but what we're going to do is we're gonna thwart for 2 and 1. Tigra takes a damage in the process, so she's down to 1 health, but that's going to allow us to take care of the Breaking and Taken side scheme right away, so we don't have to deal with the bad stuff on our turn. We've got Chase Them Down. I mean, theoretically, we could have removed the 1 threat using this card when we defeated Rhino And you know what? I'm gonna retroactively say that we did do that, just because why not? And I don't intend on keeping that card in hand in through the next round. We've got a helicarrier. I'm gonna pitch it, and now we can ready everyone and draw up to our hand limit, which is 5. So there's a photonic blast, tenacity, combat training, Avengers Mansion, and Genius. Okay. So, we've got 3 heroes on deck. Okay. Nick Fury is still here, but he's going to disappear at the end of the round. So, first thing that happens is a threat comes down on the main scheme. Rhino is going to attack. Nick Fury is going to jump in the way as a defense. So Rhino's going to do 1, 2, 3 plus 0. So he's going to do 3 damage to Nick Fury. So yeah, I should point out that it says here on Nick Fury's card, at the end of the round, if Nick Fury is still in play, discard him. So he's going to disappear anyways. So it's always a good idea when you've got Nick Fury, use him to defend against a villain attack. And it basically just gives you a free pass for that villain attack that round. Okay, encounter card's going to come out. Ooh, it is... Okay, so this is the Doomsday Chair. Side scheme. When revealed, if MODOK is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for MODOK and put him into play, engage with you, then shuffle the encounter deck. So this, oh wow, 8 threat that this side scheme has, and it makes an additional threat on the main scheme every turn, every time the villain phase starts. So now we have to find MODOK, because he's going to come out to play. So that's not fantastic. MODOK, where are you? He'll be a minion. Am I blind? Is that him? No, here he is. Here's MODOK. Okay, so MODOK enters play as a minion, engage with us. Oh, and he's got Retaliate too. After he's attacked, deal 2 damage to the attacking character. Oof. Oh man, he's got 8 health too. Yikes. Okay, so I mean, it would be great if I just had a super powerful attack that could just take him out. He schemes for 2 as well, so flipping to alter ego mode is not very appealing for me. Okay, let's just shuffle these guys up, and okay, we'll put this as the draw pile here. Let's try to clean this up a little bit. Ooh, okay, well, I felt things were going well, and then all of a sudden that happened. So, we've got an Avengers Mansion. We can do an extra, give Captain Marvel an extra attack. Photonic Blast. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this using a energy resource, draw a card. So I think that's going to be a good move for us to do. So we're going to spend a Genius and Tenacity as the 3 resources that we need. We're going to play this Photonic Blast. And we're going to blast MODOK. So it's going to do 5 damage to him. So 5 damage. She's going to take 2 damage as a Retaliate from him. But this Photonic Blast says, oh yeah, okay, Tenacity is an energy resource, so we get to draw a card. So okay, there's a Relentless Assault. Ooh, okay, that's nice. Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay, so we just drew this Relentless Assault attack card. It says, as an attack, deal 5 damage to a minion, and if you paid for this card using a strength resource, the attack gains overkill. So we're going to use this. We're going to use these 2 cards as the resources for it, and we're going to do 5 damage to MODOK. So that's going to be enough to take him out. I believe he still will retaliate. So he still will retaliate. So we'll still, we'll still take 2 damage. So we're going down to 4 health. But that takes MODOK off the board at least. So that's nice. And we still got readied heroes. So first thing is we're going to attack with Hulk. He's going to do a base of 3 damage. 1, 2, and 3. Now we have to draw a card and see what shenanigans is going to happen because of that. It's a a mental resource. The mental resource means we have to discard Hulk. So that's too bad. But, oh well. He did 3 damage. He fought well. And one of the things is if we deal an energy resource, we deal 1 damage to each character. So we could have actually have gotten hurt in the process, which is not a nice thing. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? We've got the Doomsday Chair. That's going to mean another threat comes down every single time on the villain phase. But we're on stage 2. I'm going to prioritize attacking Rhino. Because I don't think, nothing else is going to happen. So it just means 2 threat every turn, but we're going to try to power through this on aggression and take him out. So first thing is I'm going to attack with Tigra. Yeah, I'm going to attack with Tigra for 2. That's going to do 1 and 2. And that's going to cause her to get discarded. And I'm going to attack with Captain Marvel, 1 and 2. This is going to take him down to 8 health. And now, I was thinking I could flip. That's going to mean more threat coming down on the scheme. But I still have this Cosmic Flight that I could discard it to prevent 3 damage that's incoming. So that's going to mitigate Rhino's attack on my next turn, which might be kind of handy. Mind you, if I flip over, he's going to scheme, but it's probably not going to be 6 schemes worth, or 5 scheme plus with the extra, or 4. Yeah, I'm going to take this risk. So, okay, we're going to flip over to Captain Carol Danvers' side, the Alter Ego side. We're going to end our turn. That gives us the extra card for the card draw. So now we can ready, and we're going to draw 1. We've got Tag Team, Uppercut, Mockingbird, First Aid, Emergency, and Captain Marvel's helmet. Okay, so that will be our hand for next phase. Now we go into the villain phase. So first thing that happens is 2 threat comes down to the main scheme, thanks to that Doomsday Chair side scheme that's in play. Now the villain is going to scheme. He's going to scheme for a base of 1 plus nothing. So just an extra threat on the main scheme. So that's 4 threat on the main scheme. He's got 8 hit points left. Let's see if we can maybe even bring it home this round here. So Carol Danvers is first going to use her inbuilt action to draw a card. I'm going to choose a player and choose myself. Okay, Strength. Now she's going to flip over to Captain Marvel's side. There's an uppercut to deal 5 damage to a hero. 5 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do that. We're going to use this uppercut card. We're going to use Strength and Captain Marvel's helmet to pay for it. And that's going to do 5 damage to Rhino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 3 health. Ooh, we're so close now. Okay, we're going to put Mockingbird into play, spending all 3 of these cards as resources. As soon as she enters, she stuns an enemy, so he gets stunned. And that goes, that's supposed to have gone away. She's going to attack for 1. She takes damage. Goes down by 1. And Captain Marvel attacks for 2. 1 and 2. Bam. Done. So, okay. So Rhino has been defeated by Captain Marvel and her team. Did have a bunch of threat here, but we were able to just basically power through it and focus on attacking Rhino. He is the very, first villain in the game. He's not the most tough guy. Probably couldn't have done that on someone like Claw, or certainly not Ultron. But yeah, okay, well, I felt good about that. We'll see what the next episode brings, as Captain Marvel is going to take on Claw. Again, I'm just going to use the pre-constructed deck until I fail, and then I rejig the deck and try to change things up a little bit. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.